watching Heels Off with Avanti Shroff. The guest we have today is a Mumbaikar and she has been connected with the entertainment world for a while now. She's a writer of TV series like Breathe Into the Shadow, Abhay and Crime Patrol. She is the first ever reigning Mrs. India to walk the New York Fashion Week, and she's all set to represent India at the Queen of the World Pageant 2024, which will be taking place in USA. Please help me welcome the super stunning Priya Saggi. Hi Priya, thank you so much for coming to this podcast. You're looking absolutely stunning. So who are you wearing today?
So I'm wearing my best friend. She's someone that I always go to when I'm low. I hit her up at night, in the morning. Drum rolls. It is my unbreakable, unshakable addiction for online shopping. That's what I'm wearing right now.
That's wonderful. I think we all have been caught up with it lately. So firstly, I would like to congratulate you for being the first ever Mrs. India to walk the New York Fashion Week, and you were also up on the Times Square billboard. I mean, how are you allowing all of these feelings to sink in? Because I'm pretty sure it's just pure joy and excitement.
I'm not allowing them to sink in. I am just living the moment. I just want them to be there. Because, you know, Avanti, the excitement that I'm feeling, I think that's really energizing for me. That's what keeps me going, because this is a dream come true. A year ago, had you asked me, anyone had asked me, would you be doing this right now? Would you be walking the New York Fashion Weeks, or would you be on a billboard in Times Square? I would be like, chal hat. But the truth is, it is a dream come true and I'm loving it.
Absolutely, and why not love this kind of life, right? So, you know, you have a daughter, a very beautiful daughter called Serena, and you gave birth to her at a very tender age of just 23. Yes. How has motherhood been for you?
Oh my God. So, being a mother at a young age seems really daunting, and it was. But honestly, it has been really fun too. I have literally grown up with my daughter. I had just internet and instinct to guide me when she was born. So it's like just growing up with her, and she's my best friend. She's so supportive, so cheerful, my biggest cheerleader and my biggest critic also. So there's been struggles, yes, no doubt. But I think the happiness that I feel with her, I think that's completely worth it.
Do you all like playing dress up at times?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And let me tell you, I fulfill all my secret fantasies of dolls and doll houses through her. I will keep buying her dolls, and she's not into them, but I'll keep getting them because I like to play with dolls.
How wonderful is that? You're literally reliving your childhood days, aren't you? So, you know, you are a successful writer and you are very close-knitted with the entertainment world. What exactly drove you to pageantry?
Okay, so that's an interesting story. During the lockdown, I gained a lot of weight. I was like 85 kgs. And after the lockdown, I decided to lose weight. And while I was on that journey, one of my neighbors just said that, what are you going to do after you lose weight? Are you going to go for Mrs. India? I was like, haan, theek hai, I'll go for that. And that is what started it. I'd never thought that I'll get into pageantry. And what made me realize that pageantry is for me is the amazing transformation that I'd gone through. I think it's a complete personality development, grooming, everything that happened. So yeah, it was never something that I had planned. I've always been behind the scenes. I've always put other people in the spotlight, like, okay, this is my heroine. This is how she should look like. And for the first time, I'm feeling like a heroine here.
You are the own heroine of your own story.
Absolutely.
And you're inspiring a lot of other women out there. So that's commendable. At your finale at Queen of the World 2023, there was yet another very fierce competitor, Sherry Bhatti, and you all were holding hands, if I'm not wrong. What was exactly going on in your mind? Because both of you all were such strong competitors. Any one could have won. So what was exactly going through your mind at that very last minute?
I was praying the Hanuman Chalisa that time. Very honestly, I did the Gayatri Mantra, I did the Hanuman Chalisa. I was just breathing. I think even in the shots, if you look closely at my winning shot, my entire body is like that, because I was like, oh, because she, as you said, she's also a very fierce competitor and a very, really wonderful person. So I was like, okay, what's going to happen now? And I was just praying. Honestly, I was just praying.
So how is your preparation going on? Because now you'll be representing India, which is a big responsibility at Queen of the World Pageant in 2024 this year. So how is your preparation coming along?
Hectic, completely hectic. It is, again, I would say like from an ordinary person to become a pageant queen was one transformation. Now from becoming a pageant queen to becoming India on the international stage is a completely different journey. It's a completely different ball game. I'm looking at myself not just as a person now, but as my own country. And even though we are all patriotic in our own ways, but this is like it. You are your country.
Right.
So yeah, there's so much going on. There's been walk practices, there's the makeover, skin, hair, everything. It is amazing, and I have the support of my national director, Urmimala Borua, and that is amazing because she provides everything that is needed for me to compete at an international level.
Priya, you've also worked at the Jaipur Fashion Week recently, and there are many more things lined up for you. So does it get a little challenging to manage such hectic schedules at times?
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, it does get hectic. But I think, Avanti, the support that we have from our families is really important. And I have a very supportive husband. My in-laws are also super supportive, and my daughter. So you asked me, like, because I had her at a very younger age, but actually that's been a very good advantage for me because now she's at that age where she can do a lot of things herself. So it gives me opportunity to just go out and follow my dreams.
Absolutely. I think when it comes to especially the Mrs. category, the support of husbands is very important. So I'm assuming that you have a very supportive husband from what you just said. So as a beauty queen, what is that one thing that you really love about being a beauty queen? And at times the one thing that you're like, oh my God, if I'm a beauty queen, that's why I have to do this. So what are those moments like?
The thing that I love most about being a beauty queen, I'll not lie, is the attention that I get. When I tell people that I'm Mrs. India or when they see the crown, they go crazy. And that's amazing. That's like the best feeling ever. And the one thing that I don't like are the high heels.
Well, I think we all can relate to it with all the pain that we have to go through wearing those sky-high heels. So, you just said like, when people see your crown, they go gaga behind it. So has there ever been an incident where, you have sneakily used your crown or your winning glory to take advantage or, get out of a situation?
Not yet, but now you've given me a good idea. I should do that.
That's amazing. So Priya, you have been a writer and a very accomplished one, but this industry is dominantly led by the men. So you being a female writer, that too in a genre like crime, and you stand shoulder to shoulder with them. You have recently written a series called Dal Dal, in which Bhumi is also featuring. So how proud do you feel of yourself looking at your journey from where you started to where you have come now?
Absolutely, very, very proud. And I think it's a collective effort. A lot of women before me also have strived to work hard for this in the industry. But the genre crime, as you mentioned, there are very few female writers over there, and it's very difficult to prove. And I hate to use this word prove, but that is still something that women have to do. They have to prove themselves in a lot of fields. And when I started off as a crime writer, because I don't look the part, they were like, oh, will you be able to handle this? Will you be able to write a murder scene? Will you be able to write something really hardcore? I don't think you can handle it. And I was like, try me. And when they saw my scenes, they were taken aback. And then it was like, okay, they started giving me chances. But somewhere it always feels that I still have to prove myself.
Right.
Even Dal Dal, I started writing it in 2019. And I was a lead writer back then. But there have been so many moments where I felt that it would like be taken away from me because I'm a woman. But thankfully that did not happen. But yes, I wish, even though I'm very proud, I wish that there comes a time in the industry where my work is judged and not my gender.
I have no doubt absolutely that you will reach that part, and there will come a time when you don't have to like prove to someone that you are worthy of it, but they will come to you because you are worth it. So you have mentioned it in the past that you aspire to be an Oscar winning writer. So what is your plan or strategy to kind of get there?
I am working on a script right now, and it's been a long cherished dream. And I think nothing is impossible. I just have to work hard and be focused. So I have a script in hand, but what I've realized is to get it out there, like you need steps. So I've been thinking that after this pageant and everything is over, I've also been thinking that I'll do a writing course from New York. And that's also been a long cherished dream. And during that, I can pitch it to a lot of studios and producers. And let's see if that happens. I think at least I would be on the path to the Oscars. So yeah.
So I think when that happens, I think I'm going to boast about the fact that, hey guys, I was with an Oscar-winning writer. I'm surely going to do that. So Priya, you also have a project called Heal Through Words. So can you tell us more about it and how you're planning to take it that extra mile?
Yes, so Heal Through Words is something very close to my heart. It is a platform that is my own initiative. And Avanti, I believe words are the most powerful tools that we have at our disposal today. So Heal Through Words works in two ways. First, it uses writing tools like strong message-driven content, campaigns, etc. to raise awareness for important issues which are ordinarily swept under the rug, like gender-based violence, child abuse, menstrual hygiene, etc. The other part of it is where I guide people who are going through grief, trauma, and depression to express their repressed emotions through guided writing techniques. So this is a way in which it works, and I strongly believe that if we break the silence, we break the cycle. So that is what Heal Through Words is all about. It is completely free of cost. It is something that I do partnering with schools, NGOs, workshops, individuals. I go to a lot of communities which are very backward and closed, where they don't allow women to speak up. And yeah, so that's about it.
So are there any recent projects that are very close to your heart?
Yes, so as a matter of fact, just last week we had an event, and that was in a very, very economically challenged area in Mumbai, Mankhurd, and I held a menstrual hygiene awareness camp over there. And Avanti, this was like, these women don't even have access to clean drinking water, they don't have access to sanitation, but the work was done there at grassroots level. So there were these really strong women who had probably not eaten their first proper meal of the day. There was no place to sit, but we went there and we started talking about periods, and it is something which is very taboo over there. Nobody's going to talk about it. But I was amazed at the strength of these women their belief in me was so strong that they came out of their houses, and during the event there was a group of men who kind of hijacked the event and tried to intimidate us. They started verbally abusing the women and tried to attack us. That is how taboo the topic of periods is, which is something so natural. But we fought them back. Now for me also, this was a completely different kind of a feeling where I could see what these women are going through. They live with these men. A lot of those men were their husbands who were protesting against it. How can you speak up? You can't speak up about your body because you don't own your body, we do. Those were the words they were saying. But at the end of the event, all of them put up the slogan that I had created, that we are all goddesses, we have periods. I'm a girl, I have periods, proud to have periods. And I was like so proud. And it reminded me yet again why I started my platform in the first place, to make people speak out, to make people express what is real and what is actually important in today's world.
You're just saying that just gave me goosebumps. And it is so true that a lot of education towards women is so important, because that's how you pass it down generations, and this example truly speaks volumes about that. Coming back to your journey in pageantry, like, is there any fun or strange incident that you had to go through, like an embarrassing one that you're going to take along with you for a lifetime ahead?
An embarrassing incident or a fun? There's a lot of fun incidents, of course, like sitting and gossiping with all my fellow delegates. That has been fun. And the kind of small groups that kind of get collected during the pageant. Nothing embarrassing as such. But I do remember this one moment where we were in the hotel in Jaipur, and the hotel was like a palace during my national pageant. And the hotel was like, it was like a palace, and at night it would look like really spooky. So when I'd come out, one of my fellow contestants, she said, let's practice walking, right? Okay. Because tomorrow is like the rehearsal and we need to impress everyone. I was like, "Theek hai, chalo." So we were wearing our night dresses and we were walking in that long corridor. And somebody just saw us and started screaming because they thought it's like two ghosts walking. And I was like, okay, bhoot chal bhi raha hai to ramp walk thodi karega. But that was, we really scared a lot of people.
Oh my God, that's really funny. Even I have a similar incident when, I went for my international pageant, because even that was in a palace. So even I've experienced something similar to that. In pageant, sisterhood is extremely important. So would you like to share some amazing stories that you've had with your fellow contestants, and how you all, have that bond still so tight with each other?
Absolutely. So I think I participated in two national pageants, and I'm still so connected with the girls from the first one. When I won the second one, almost every one of them put up a story congratulating me. When I had my birthday, they were there. During my second national pageant, one of the friends that I had made in the first pageant, She had called me throughout the day. Every night I would get these 3 calls from my pageant sisters from the previous pageant asking me what happened today. Acha, aaj to PI hai, kaisa hua? How did you walk? Did you walk like this, like you practiced? So they've always been with me throughout. All my pictures, they have to see my pictures. Like, first of all, I can't even send it to my husband. I have to send it to these girls because they'll give their approval. So I think I've made some amazing friends out here. Women who are married, who are moms like me. But of course, there's competition when we're together. But same time, I think we want the best for each other.
Right, absolutely. And I can't agree more with that. Like, as women, we have each other's back, and that's the biggest support that we need, that we, support each other and uplift each other at everything that we do. So Priya, I've also heard that you have a book published by yourself, which is based on poetry called Akhanda. So can you tell us something more about that? And if you could recite a poem from that.
Absolutely. So I started writing Akhanda during the lockdown, and actually Akhanda marks the beginning of Heal Through Words also, because when I was writing my book, I wrote about a lot of things that I hadn't spoken about before, things that had happened to me as a child, things that had happened to me growing up. And when I was writing them, Avanti, I realized how cathartic it is to just let those feelings out on paper. So I wrote that book, and that is when I also started my platform. So I think Akhanda is very responsible for Heal Through Words, coming into play as well. So yes, and one of the poems from that, I can recite the title poem, because Akhanda means unbroken. So the poem goes like this. Branded a witch, branded a sage. My story changed with every age. Ravished, ravaged, annihilated, but I'm whole. Ashes smeared across my forehead. I'm still here, unbroken lies my soul.
That's wonderful, Priya. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it's so beautifully written, I must say that.
Thank you so much.
So Priya, even the fact that, you're a Mrs. Pageant title holder and now you're going international, there's so much happening in your life in terms of work, in terms of being a mother, your family. So how has your husband's support been in encouraging you and giving you that little push to go ahead and explore yourself and spread your wings and fly higher?
Oh my God, 100%, 200%. I think everything that I do has his support. For example, even when I had to go to New York Fashion Week, it was him who pushed me that this is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime chance. You don't know what's going to happen in the international pageant, but your reign should be memorable. You have to do this. So he always pushes me. Sometimes I'll be like, that, oh my God, she has her exams, my daughter has her exams, or my mother-in-law needs me, or he needs me, because I've not been able to spend a lot of time with him lately as well. But he's always pushing me. He's a rock, Avanti, I think. And both of us are really clingy with each other, let me tell you that. When I was going to New York, I had downloaded Wi-Fi on the flight, and throughout the flight, I was chatting with him. 8 hours. That was the first flight, and we kept chatting with each other because I cannot do without speaking to him, and it's the same with him. So we're still clingy, still that, over romantic couple. But yeah, he's super supportive. And even for this podcast, because right now I'm like right in the middle of the pageant preps, there's so much to do. And I was like, should I really go, because it'll take time? And he was like, why not? You need to go, because this is going to give you that push, it's going to get you there into the spotlight more. You should do that. And if not now, then when? You need to do it now. So I was like, okay. So he's there. He's my rock.
It's so warming to hear that from you, because in today's time, there are a lot of men who still hold women back, but there are also these kind of men who actually support you, stand behind you and push you so that you can do better for yourself. So that's really amazing.
Yes.
And I'm so happy for you to have a husband in your life who's supporting you throughout all your endeavors. So Priya, can you tell us a little bit more about your International Pageant Queen of the World 2024?
Absolutely. So Queen of the World is founded by Mrs. Alice Lee Juniata. And Avanti, truly this is a one-of-a-kind pageant because it is very inclusive, very diverse. For example, there are 4 categories. So there's a Miss category, there is an MS category, which is for women who are unmarried above 29. There's a Mrs. category, of course, and then there is an Elite category. So it is celebrating womanhood at all ages, and they don't care what your height is and what your skin color is, and whether you are slim, whether you are a little on the heavier side. They don't care about that. What matters is that you should be confident, you should embrace yourself as a woman, you should embrace your femininity, you should be a strong woman with strong ideas and opinions. So I'm really proud and pleased to be part of this platform. And another thing about them is that they're very professional, but at the same time, they're very warm. They're very friendly. They're always there. They're always there to, sort out our doubts and help us, and very, very friendly people. And I think that is a very good combination and very rare, where somebody is super professional, but at the same time, very warm and, supportive and kind as well. So I think I'm lucky to be part of that pageant.
Absolutely. It sounds really good. Yes. So can you give us a little insight into your training details for your international pageant? Because I'm sure you must be having a very hectic schedule and filled with back-to-back activities and shoots, etc.
So yes, we have a lot of mentors for us, which is amazing, because I think we all need mentors to compete at international level. So for communication, we have Dr. Rita Gangwani, who's helping us all with communication. And by us, I mean the other 3 delegates who are going with me for the other 3 categories. So she helps us with our communication, and it has been amazing to train under her, because there's so many tiny, tiny nuances that she has taught us, about the posture, about how you're supposed to sit, how you're supposed to answer, your speed, everything. Then we, of course, have ramp walk, which is an essential part of being a pageant queen. And our mentor is Tanvi Kharote. So she's been training us for ramp walk, and that has been challenging because ramp walk is difficult. I think it is one of the most difficult parts of pageantry. But she makes it look like a cakewalk, literally. She's so good. She's an amazing teacher, patient, sweet, so generous with her compliments, because that is what you need, when you are there practicing. Then, of course, we have Munaz ma'am, who is our voice coach. I love her. I don't know what else to say about her. I just love her. She's been there throughout my national journey as well, and I just adore her. She's one of my biggest sources of strength, I would say. And she's the one who, has encouraged me to speak up so much. 2 years ago, I couldn't even unmute my Zoom mic and say hi or bye. I was that shy. But with her, I've really learned to open up and kind of be comfortable in front of the camera and people. So yeah, she's an amazing mentor. We also have Dr. Neda Khatib, who is responsible for our smile makeovers, and Dr. Amit, who has helped us look very glowy with our skins. So yes, these are our mentors.
Well, you've got an army of people helping you out.
It takes a village.
It takes a village, absolutely. You said it right. So, I'm pretty sure you must be having a lot of wardrobe decisions to make. So do we have any sneak peek into what your evening gown is going to look like? Any little detail that you would like to share with us?
It's really heavy. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. That's something I can say. It's beautiful. It is what dreams are made of, and my national director, Urmi ma'am, selected it for me when we went shopping in New York, and she selected. I went into the gown shop, Avanti, and I was like, where am I? I couldn't see anything. I was dazzled. I was starstruck, blindstruck, whatever you want to call it. And she was like, okay, you chill here. I'll start looking for you. So she looked at all the gowns and she selected the best ones for me. So yeah.
So you were like that kid in the candy store who was all amazed with all the
I just wanted to pick up everything. I was like, I'll take this. She's like, no, Priya, don't do that.
I think we all girls are somewhere in that spot where we just love anything that's blingy, that sparkles.
Shiny, yes.
Absolutely. So you mentioned your national director, and I think the role of a national director is very, very important into your journey when you go to an international pageant. So how has the role of Urmimala Barua, who's your national director, been throughout this journey?
I wouldn't have been here if not for her, because I think she knows how to pick the winners, and she works, in coordination with all her judges. I think the entire team is so good, of Queen of the World India as well. I think internationally the team is so strong, and even our national team is extremely strong. They are so supportive, the entire team. And Urmi ma'am, again, like with Munaz ma'am, I don't have words. All I can say is that every step of the way, she's holding my hand, be it wardrobe selection, be it encouraging me to give my best, be it after every training session, she always makes a point to call us, to ask us how it went. It's not just giving feedback, but she also takes feedback from us that, how is it going? And with me, I just love her. I have this relationship with her that, whatever I'm feeling, I'll just message her, this is what I'm feeling. I know she'll call me back in 2 minutes and she'll be like, Priya, okay, let's talk about it. So she's amazing. She's very, very strong. She's like a lioness. I mean, that's the word that comes to my mind. She's like a lioness, defending her. I mean, cubs is the wrong word because we are all they're all ages, but we feel like that. She just embraces us with her strength and with her love. She's amazing.
She just takes you all under the wing.
She has taken us under the wing.
That's really amazing to hear. And the support of a national director, like I said before, is really, really important in your journey forward. So what are the few things that you're looking forward towards your journey that you're going to have at Queen of the World?
Winning. For starters.
That's a mighty winner right there.
For starters, yes, to win, of course, because I mean, the journey and everything is amazing, but to win would be amazing too. So yes, to win. But again, I would love to meet all the amazing women. I've been seeing them on the Zoom calls, and they are women from all around the world. And they're all super, like I've seen that in the previous seasons, you know, a lot of women made friends, and they're still friends across the world. So I'm really looking forward to that too, to meet them and, you know, to just form that sisterhood with them.
That's really beautiful, and I really hope and pray that you win for yourself, win for the country. And you've already made us proud, but when you hold that Indian flag right there up, I think you're just going to have us all beaming with pride in our hearts.
Thank you so much.
And this brings us to the end of our very first segment, and we are still in conversation with Priya. Stay tuned as we come back in our next segment to have some fun games with her. Welcome back to Heels Off with Avanti Shroff, and we are in conversation with Priya Saggi. We've already learned a lot about her, and we know what a wonderful, wonderful woman you are. But it's time for some games night with you so that we get to know your fun sides. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want you to bring out your A game, because it's going to be super quick and it's going to be rapid. Okay, so now we're going to play a fun this or that game. I'm going to give you two options and you choose the option which you prefer more, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Shall we bring it on?
I think.
Okay, crown or sash?
Sash, because it has my country's name on it.
Wonderful. Comedy movie or thriller movie?
Thriller.
Makeup or no makeup?
No makeup.
Crime Patrol or Breathe?
Oh God.
That's a tough one.
Okay, Crime Patrol, because had I not written that, I would not have gotten Breathe.
Amazing. Ram show or magazine cover?
Magazine cover.
Why? Because it'll stay for eternity.
It'll stay for eternity, yes, absolutely.
Adventure sports or a relaxing spa day?
Relaxing spa day.
High heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Jaipur Fashion Week or New York Fashion
Oh
Week?
God, Avanti. Okay, Jaipur Fashion. New York Fashion Week, because it was the first one.
Amazing, and that brings us to the end of your this or that. But I still have another fun game for you.
Okay.
And more than a game, it's more about a revolution.
Oh my God.
So why don't we bring Priya's bag on and can we see what's in your bag? Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to find some exciting stuff.
I hope so.
Can we please call for Priya's bag? Ooh.
Okay. So, are you ready for this, Avanti?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Am
I'm
I ready
waiting
for this?
for it.
Am I ready for this? So, the first thing is my phone,
Of course.
And then I have these pouches which have a lot of my cosmetics, lip gloss, lip balm, compact. I'm really not going to get into that. It's like trade secrets there. And then the other pouch again has moisturizer, lipsticks, lip gloss. I am obsessed with lip glosses.
Do you like color coordinating your pouches in your bag?
I do like
Because I
that.
can see that.
I do like that. And then I have dry fruits because healthy and natural.
And little munchies on the way.
Absolutely. And then I have this face mist to kind of freshen up the face because there was a shoot today. So, and then I have wet wipes. I love wet wipes.
That's a lot in the bag.
That's a lot. I
already.
just stuff a lot. My glares are there as well. And I hope we have space on this
I think we're
table.
going to make space.
Yes. And then I have this book that I'm reading right now called Silent Parade by Kigo Yoshino. It's a thriller novel. It's really good. I do recommend it. And then I have a journal in which I write. It's a poetry journal, so I write a lot of
What
stuff.
a cute looking journal.
Yes. And I have my wallet. That is
like
it's
never ending.
There's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff. This is like the genie's bottle. I have a hand sanitizer. And then I have another hand sanitizer.
Do you want to hold something?
Yes, please. And there you go. I have another hand sanitizer.
How many hand sanitizers do
I
you
think
really
I
have?
got really carried away. I love how they look. They're so cute.
So are these collectibles or do you
Yeah,
actually
clearly
use
I'm
them?
not using them at all. They're all full. I should use them though in hindsight. I have band-aids because during ramp walk oftentimes you get
Right.
shoe bites. So that. And oh, this is really cute. So this is a letter that my daughter has written to me. I always carry it in my bag. This is written when she was around 6 years old. So it's to Mama by and winner. So this is like, yes, when I started my pageant journey, and it's all scribbly, but it's, I find it very lucky. It's my lucky charm. Here you go.
Oh, I mean, how sweet is that?
So this is it. And yes, is there anything else? AirPods.
Oh my God. Is there something more? It's like a Pandora's box.
Yes.
Never ending.
And an extremely ugly clutch, which I think every girl has in her bag.
One is a must.
One is a must. And yeah, pens.
Of course, because you were writing in your journal.
I have to know. Yes, that's about it.
Well, that was so much in Priya's bag, and so much that we found out about her. She likes color coordinating. She likes writing, reading. She has an obsession of hand sanitizers, clearly. Wow, that was an amazing conversation that we just had, Priya. And thank you so much for coming on this show and chatting along.
Absolutely.
It's such a wonderful conversation, and I'm going to keep this for life. And as I told you earlier, when you win your Oscar award, I'm going to flaunt it.
Oh, absolutely.
Left, right and center.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Priya, once again. And this brings us to the end of yet another episode of Heels Off with Avanti Shroff. Stay tuned, because we have a lot more coming your way.